Have you ever looked at your life and wondered, why does it always feel like I'm behind? Like no matter how hard I try, I'm still not where I should be. You check your phone 100 times a day, skip sleep to catch up on work, buy stuff you don't even like, all chasing something that always stays just out of reach. And somehow, even with all this effort, you're tired, lost, and disconnected. And maybe what's worse, you keep telling yourself it's normal. Everyone's overwhelmed, everyone's busy, everyone's pretending they've got it all together. But what if the problem isn't you? What if it's the pace we've accepted as normal? What if life wasn't meant to be lived like this, in a blur of screens and noise and pressure? What if everything you're chasing is quietly stealing the very thing you want most? Peace, clarity, meaning. And what if, instead of pushing harder, the answer was to stop, just for a moment, and listen? Because maybe, just maybe, the life you're desperate to find is already here, just hidden beneath the rush. Let me tell you something that took me decades to realize. Life is not a race. It's not a puzzle to be solved or a ladder to climb. It's more like a quiet road through the countryside. And while everyone's rushing by in their shiny cars, chasing goals and timelines, the truth is, you could be riding that same road on horseback, taking in the view, and still get to where you're meant to be. We spend so much energy trying to be in control, planning every detail, fixing every problem before it happens. But control is an illusion. You can't stop the rain. You can't change what others think. You can't force life to follow your schedule. What you can do is breathe. Focus on what's in front of you. Be present. That's where peace lives. You're not supposed to be the CEO of the universe. You're more like a surfer. You don't control the waves, you just ride them. People think happiness comes from getting everything they want. But the happiest moments in life, they usually come when you're not even looking. Laughing with someone you love. Sitting quietly at sunset. Helping someone without expecting anything back. Happiness isn't something you chase. It's something you notice when you slow down enough to see it. It's like a cat. Ignore it, and it curls up in your lap. And all those mistakes you made, the wrong turns, the regrets, the things you wish you could erase, they're part of the story. They shaped you. You're not broken. You're learning, just like everyone else. The people who look like they have it all figured out, they don't. They're just better at hiding it. Remember, every step, even the wrong ones, taught you something. Here's something else. Your brain is not your enemy, but it plays tricks on you. It makes you remember only the bad parts. It compares you to everyone else, all the time. It tells you that you're behind, not enough, too late. Don't believe everything you think. Your thoughts aren't facts. They're just noise. You get to choose which ones you listen to. Recognize the filter. Your brain is editing reality to match your beliefs. Awareness is your superpower. You don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need to master the perfect morning routine. What you need is a reason to wake up tomorrow. Something small, something that matters to you. That might be calling someone you miss, going for a walk, starting that book you always wanted to write. A better life doesn't start with a giant leap. It starts with one honest step. Now let's talk about failure. Most people are afraid of it, like it's the end of the road. But failure is a teacher, a mirror, a flashlight in the dark. It shows you what matters. It shows you what you're made of. You don't grow from winning all the time. You grow when things fall apart, and you keep going anyway. The bravest people aren't the ones who never fall, they're the ones who get back up. Think about this. What if life isn't about becoming someone, but about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be? Before the pressure, the noise, the expectations. What if you're already enough, and the real challenge is to believe that? You're not a project, you're a person. And that's enough. There's another truth that took me years to see. Most of our decisions, they're emotional, not logical. We tell ourselves stories to justify what we already feel. You feel drawn to something, then you explain it afterward. That's not weakness. That's being human. So don't beat yourself up for feeling lost. Feelings are clues, not commands. The pause between feeling and action, that's where your real power lives. And while we're here, let's talk about habits. Your habits shape your days, and your days shape your life. But here's the deal. You don't have bad habits. You have habits with bad outcomes. Every habit is a loop, trigger, routine, reward. You can't just delete it, but you can swap the routine. Same trigger, same reward, just a different path. That's how real change begins. And the best part, small changes matter more than you think. A 1% improvement every day doesn't feel like much until a year goes by and you're 37 times better than when you started. That's not magic, that's math. Success isn't about huge leaps, it's about little steps, taken consistently. That's the compound effect. It works forward and in reverse. Skip one walk, no big deal. Skip 100, you'll feel it. The secret isn't motivation, it's momentum. And when things feel heavy and you're tempted to stop, try to remember this. Motion creates clarity. Even the smallest action can cut through confusion like light through fog. Don't wait to feel ready. Readiness often comes after the first step, not before. Action fuels confidence. Movement creates direction. So take that next small step, even if you don't know where it leads yet. Sometimes what really holds us back isn't time or money or ability, it's attention. We waste it on things that don't matter. We scroll, compare, worry. Meanwhile, the moments that do matter are quietly waiting to be noticed. The laugh of someone you love, a kind word, the sun hitting the trees just right. Life rewards those who pay attention, not the perfect ones, the present ones. And when your head is full and your heart is heavy, remember, rest is productive. Silence is healing. You don't have to push all the time. You don't always have to be on. You're not a machine. You're allowed to pause, to unplug, to take a breath without needing a reason. So if you're in a season of stillness, maybe it's not a setback. Maybe it's a reset, and that's just as important. And maybe the most freeing idea of all. You don't have to fix everything at once. You don't have to solve your life like a puzzle. Just accept what you can't control. Most of it. Master what you can. Your choices, your effort, your attitude, and let the rest go. Life isn't a problem to solve. It's a journey to experience. Thank you for riding along this quiet path with me today. If something here touched you, leave a like and consider subscribing for more. And share in the comments with this phrase, I choose to live simply and with meaning. Let's remind ourselves and each other that life doesn't have to be loud to be full.